Welcome to NBA basketball. This is 2K Sports bringing it to you live. A Tuesday night NBA presentation. It's the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. And now let's send it out to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll see you at halftime, everybody.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And as we take a look here at Chuck Hayes, guys, what are your thoughts?
And the most striking thing about him, Kevin, is just how strong he is. He plays the game so physically. He may not be the most skilled guy, but he plays with a burning passion.
And you know what else, guys? He instigates so many of their fast breaks just because of how quick and accurate he is with his outlet passes. That's another one of his real nice talents.
Right now, the 76ers are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And last year, boy, it was fun watching these two teams get together. They split the season series. Very even matchup.
Outside, George. Pass to Prince. He feeds it to Garnett. Battier on him. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line. Steve, as you said, these were maybe the two most evenly matched teams in the conference.
It was such a hard-fought series. I mean, it would be great to see a similar series this season.
Now, here is Jack. Jack gets a screen from Hayes. And Jack, here we go, gets it to go.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here is Hill. Prince outside. He's covered by Leonard. Prince kicks to Hill. Back to Prince. 6 to shoot. Shoots a fader, and it's blocked by Leonard. Battier sets the pick for Ellis. Ellis off a pick from Hayes. Ellis dishes to Leonard. On the wing, Battier. Passes it to Jack. Ellis on top. From about 19 feet. Nice jump shot. Good.
Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that.
Now here's Prince. Gasol covered by Hayes. Gasol's shot is good.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. A key concern for his side is how to keep Monta Ellis from running amok on their defense. He said there are very few players in the league who can take a sliver or a seam in a defense and turn it into 2 points as efficiently as Monta Ellis does. He said one step and he's at the rim. We have to move our feet as a unit or he'll get to the rim all game long. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Now here is Jack. And here is Ellis. Back to Jack. Hayes with the screen for Jack. It's stolen by Hill. And George, here we go. Prince. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Back to Budenholzer, who's with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
And Atlanta has possession. It's a 3-point game. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Indeed, this was a tough loss. They faced a serious comeback intensity that just overwhelmed them in that last quarter. Unfortunately, they couldn't stay in the game enough to force an extra session.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get there in the end, but they were close, just couldn't come back all the way.
The Hawks trail by 3. Ellis can't get it to go.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry. Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
Now, here is George. Following the miss by Monte Ellis. Garnett covered by Hayes. And Garnett misses. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Jack passes to Ellis. They set the pick. Jack. He dishes it to Green. Back to Jack. 6 on the shot clock. There's the feed to Ellis. Shoots off the step back, and he connects with the jumper. Ellis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. The 76ers 3rd.
You know what, Kevin, as a team, they've been getting great results offensively. I mean, they seem to always get the ball to the right guy at the right time in the right position.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Philadelphia. And Jack kicks to Leonard. Dishes it to Ellis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ellis has got 8 points.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Jack against Hill. It's Prince on the wing. And there's the pass to Garnett. Fades. And that one hits back iron.
You know, he's undersized, but he is a vet, and you better believe that Chuck Hayes is going to get the job done on defense. I'm not sure if there's anybody else in the league that gets as much out of his ability as Hayes.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
The Hawks leading. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
And Hayes, an all-state football player in high school. You think that helped him when it comes to throwing his weight around with bigger players?
There's no question. I mean, the leverage that Hayes is able to get against players who are much taller, it clearly comes from his football background. And you love having this guy in your roster. He's defensive-minded, but he's a great teammate as well.
You mentioned defensive-minded. He was the Southeastern Conference Defensive Player of the Year when he played at Kentucky.
I did not know that. Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Now, here is George. Hill dishes to George. Prince outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Prince has got 5 now. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, good one here, guys. This is going to be fun to watch. 2 evenly matched teams. Both teams playing hard.
George against Ellis. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. 2nd in fewest turnovers per game. 11th in assists. And they were in the top half of the league shooting the ball from deep. Average to pedestrian, but still fairly effective from there.
Very well-coached team, Clark. I mean, you look at the numbers, and you talked about the few turnovers. The top 5 in the league, in fact, in fewest mistakes. So this is a well-disciplined, well-coached team. And when they're on their game, They're just one of those teams you hate to play against because they don't give you anything easy.
Lopez, defended by Valanciunas. Kirilenko, the pass to Prigioni. Kicks it to Diaw. The dish to Prigioni. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. And it's a 5-point 76ers lead. Back to Green. And Walters kicks to Shved. Offensive rebound. And it's good. Off through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Well, they've got to meet the energy that they're facing right now. So important to battle on the board.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw tonight. We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Prigioni. Here's Kirilenko. Off target from three-point range. Walters passes to Shved. No luck. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And I think they can be proud of the way they performed. I mean, they executed. They really brought energy to the game. It just didn't go their way.
You know what? That was a tough game played in a tough environment on the road, Steve, and they were right in it until the closing moments. He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Well, you look at Zeller. He's a 6'11" center, very quick, agile, very skilled. He can handle the ball, has great touch inside. I think the question mark is just his overall strength down on the block.
Well, Steve, you know what? I love everything about Cody Zeller. And you're right, the strength is something he'll have to work on, but he can get that. He's added strength since he was at Indiana just 2 years, so you know that'll come. But his skill set and the footwork you love to see in a guy that big. He knows how to get angles to finish. I think he's got a really bright future in the NBA.
Here's Teletovic. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time. Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that.
Prigioni off a pick from Teletovic. Valanciunas is there. Teletovic dishes to Diaw, and that one's good.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus. Boris Diaw from France, really a unique player. I mean, he came into the league, guys, as more of a playmaking small forward. Now he plays at the power forward spot, and he's still much more of a passer than he is a scorer.
Here's Prigioni after the made shot from Higgins. And Prigioni kicks to Teletovic. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
How did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Hawks trail by 5. Shved with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And it's blocked by Diaw, and that is good. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter.
Kirilenko.
Just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
And a change here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Pablo Prigioni is out there with Tony Allen. And it's Andre Kirilenko. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, roaming the paint. Higgins passes to Morris. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Higgins, that's good. Higgins has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Hawks. Here's Prigioni. He kicks to Teletovic. Pass to Gasol. Valanciunas is there. Fade away. And Valanciunas with the block.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Higgins passes to Battier. Pass to Higgins. And Atlanta again with the bucket. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Prigioni. Feeds it to Teletovic. Oh, good on the three. Atlanta's shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Battier with it. Now Kirilenko defending. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
Here's Gasol. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, even though he's getting up there in years, guys, Powell's effectiveness shouldn't really drop off much. He's a long, skilled player who doesn't play off the ground very much, and his versatility should help his longevity.
Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Atlanta. Jack comes in for Higgins. Hayes with the screen for Jack. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Jack's got 6.
Beautiful finger roll to cap head drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guy.
Clark, you mentioned the versatility of Pau Gasol. Steve, it's really the defining quality of his game, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the ability to do so many things offensively as a big guy just really completes the team. Now you can run any kind of offense you want. And Pau, as a passer, as a scorer, as a shooter, has been one of the best in the game for the last decade.
The 76ers trail by 4. And DeColo kicks to George. Good on the triple. He's got 5.
No confusion defensively.
Well, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that move.
Swiped it away. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's DeColo and the powerful one-handed slam. And Steve, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience after coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
Reminds me of a song.
I'm not sure I've seen a game with so many lead changes this early on.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close to the game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Left side, Jack. Morris. 5 to shoot. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, he understandably doesn't like what's going on out there, and that's why he wants to talk things over during this timeout.
I think this is a good time to call a timeout. They just need to hit pause for a second and then reset as well.
Monte Ellis checked in for Darius Morris. Good on the shot.
Boy, you can't run an inbounds play any better than that right there.
Philadelphia leading by 3. And DeColo kicks to Garnett. Working on Hayes. The fader. And again, it's Philadelphia. Now here's Jack. He has 6. And there's the call on Nando DeColo. That's his first foul. Battier dishes to Hayes. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, Kevin, we've got a moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. 2nd in assists, 7th in field goal percentage, and they were top 10 in three-point shooting. That's a huge part of their offensive attack.
And the key really to that club, in my mind, was the offensive unselfishness. This was a team, as you mentioned, Clark, that finished in the top 5 in assists per game. So it was the fact that they really shared the ball. They had good ball movement and a good plan of attack all season long. These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
And it's Hill. That's on the assist by Prince. Hill's got 4 points this quarter.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
And Jack kicks to Ellis. Jack passes to Ellis. Leonard dishes to Ellis. Back to Leonard. Hawks passing it around. 5 on the clock. Pulls it from the elbow. Misses off the left iron.
Well, you have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Jack against George. Fades away. That doesn't go either for George.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
And Jack kicks to Leonard. Battier defended by George. And stolen by Prince. He passes it to George. Finishes the crack with a slam.
That is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
It's stolen by Hill. One-on-one here. With the lead pass. DeColo can't get it to go.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Battier against George. Jack gets a screen from Battier. Kicks it out to Leonard. Jack, pocket 4. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, one of the things you love about Jarrett Jack, other than his leadership and his professionalism, is his ability to create his own shot. I mean, he is strong and athletic and very aggressive in looking for his shot. It's tough for a defender to body him up or throw him off stride by playing physically with him because he relishes in that.
And the Hawks making a change here. Green's checked in. Hill kicks to Prince. It's back to Hill. Outside, George. Working on Ellis. The fadeaway. The shot by George, no good. And Clark, moments ago, you just talked about Jarrett Jack. He can make some tough shots, Steve. We saw it all season long with Golden State last year.
Well, he's fearless, Kevin. His ability to shoot off the dribble and knock down a 3, but in pressure situations, he seems to really thrive, and I think that's where he separates himself from a lot of NBA players. Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Hayes with the screen for Jack. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Jack's got 10.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Hill dishes to George. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Well, he's really starting to get in the flow now. Nice groove. That's his second here in the quarter, after none in the first.
Ellis kicks to Green. Puts up the baby hook. Again, the Hawks score.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Hill kicks to George. It's Prince on the wing. Off target with his 3. The Hawks trail by 6. Right side Leonard. Offensive rebound. Here's Ellis. Misses from short range.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 12 now in this quarter.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Ellis kicks to Jack. Jack gets a screen from Hayes. And here's Ellis for 3. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks just to get you some open looks like that one.
The 76ers leading by 5. 1:03 left in the first half. Hill kicks to George. There's the triple. The shot is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And Jack kicks to Ellis. Hayes with the screen for Ellis. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. Philadelphia has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And here's George for 3. And it's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Green with a screen on Hill. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. Leonard, no luck. Now here's Prince. He's got 5. Now George. And no good trying to get that one. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Philadelphia ahead, up 5. Stay right where you are for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We're in the early stages of what promises to be another. The Brooklyn Nets in a tight one against the Detroit Pistons. Things are pretty close out there.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
A great shot of the William Penn statue, 27 feet tall at the top of City Hall here in Philadelphia as we return.
What a night so far for Ellis. He has 15 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Shane Battier is out there with Hayes. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ellis and at the shooting guard. KG, that's good.
Well, he gets the fadeaway to go. I'd still rather see him go straight up with it.
The Hawks trail by 7. And here is Jack. Hayes with the screen for Jack. He feeds it to Hayes. Pass to Battier. The Hawks working the ball around. And Jack, here we go, gets it to go. Jack's got 12. Philadelphia leading by 5. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Here's Gasol. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. He's got 10.
The offensive execution really well done. They got the ball in tight for the high percentage shot.
And Jack gets to Leonard. Back to Jack. Hayes with the screen for Jack. Ellis defended by George. Outside Leonard. He dishes it to Jack. Just 5 to shoot. Hayes the pass to Jack. One shot is good that time.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Hill gets to Gasol. Knocked loose. Tries to save it. The 3 from Hill. Count that one. Hill's got 7 points.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
And Jack kicks to Battier. Back to Jack. And there's the feed to Ellis. Dishes it to Jack. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 16.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Hill against Jack. And it's Hill penetrating. Now here is George. He started pushing.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. The Hawks second.
Yeah, wonderful passing team, and it was the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Right side Jack kicks it out to Leonard. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
That's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
Hill kicks to George. And the pass to Gasol. Outside Hill. There's the dish to George. That doesn't go either for George.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
Zeller, he's checked in for Chuck Hayes. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Leonard dishes to Ellis. Gets it to go. Ellis has got 17.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Hill against Jack. Outside for George. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on Shane Battier.
Hawks having plenty of trouble defending against George.
He's got 16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Andre Kirilenko is checked in for Kevin Garnett. Ellis off a bit from Battier. Zeller setting the pick for Ellis. Here's Battier. There's the block. Hill with it. He has something. Kicks to Prince. Pass to George. Back to Prince. Hits the three-point bomb. Prince has got 8. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Philadelphia?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And another area where they've done a great job tonight is forcing the issue defensively and getting some steals. Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
George passes to Kirilenko. He kicks it to Hill. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a three-point play.
Yeah, beautiful drive there, going right around the bigger man.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. So for the Hawks, Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Battier. And it's Alexei Shved in for Monte Ellis. Here's Walters. He's guarded by Hill. They set the screen. A nice shot by Walters. Walters got his first points of the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Pablo Prigioni is checked in for the 76ers. Allen with it. Now defended by Walters. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And here's what's up coming now for the Hawks. We'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The Hawks trail by 10. And Shved kicks to Zeller. Here's Walters, defended by Prigioni. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Valanciunas dishes to Shved. Shot clock at 6. Leonard attacking. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That is a pretty finish. Defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled.
And Prigioni kicks to Prince. The 15-footer can't hit. Nice D from Valanciunas.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Shved gets a screen from Valanciunas. Shved with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, that's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
Kirilenko kicks to Prigioni. Here's Shved, and that one is stuffed right through.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
Diop, the screen. Prigioni passes to Kirilenko. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
You know, you take a look at a lot of the guys in the NBA who get a bunch of steals, and most of them will gather a fair amount of fouls because of that aggressiveness and that gambling style. Not the case with Kawhi Leonard, who has about a 1-to-1 foul-to-steal ratio for his career. Pretty impressive.
Here's Walters, defended by Prigioni. Valanciunas dishes to Leonard. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And Kawhi Leonard, Clark, you mentioned his knack for steals. And Steve, you shaking hands with him moments ago. He's got huge hands.
Yeah, it almost hurt. You know what I love about him? He's got a nose for the ball. You mentioned the big hands. It helps him to be a great rebounder, but he just always finds his way into the play, and he helps this team win.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Hayes comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Green in for Zeller. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Hawks trail by 4. Higgins passes to Leonard. And that's good. Lead pass to get it done. Leonard's got 8 points.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Well, they were getting run ragged out there. Good time for a timeout. Maybe it was even too late, but this club has to regroup now.
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't pretty, and they definitely needed to take a minute to talk things over.
Prince backing him down. It's back to Hill. Passes it to Prince. Feeds to Teletovic. Green with the block. But they'll get another chance. And here's Hill for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Oh, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off. They are killing him with that 3-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
And Shved kicks to Green. He feeds it to Shved. And he uses the glass on the way. Shved's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks. Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Leonard dishes to Shved. Back to Leonard. To the inside. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Now just a 1-point 76ers lead.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Hill kicks to Teletovic. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
Leonard, the pass to Green. Here's Higgins. Back to Green. He dishes it to Shved. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. There's 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Hill. 10 points for him. The feed now to Teletovic. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Teletovic has got 7. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. 76ers lead by 5. All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Garnett out there with Tayshaun Prince. And it's Tony Allen. Then it's George Hill. And it's Lopez in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Oh, good for Higgins.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Outside Hill. Allen outside. It's back to Hill. He passes to Garnett. 4 on the clock. And he nails it. Garnett's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the 76ers. The Hawks trail by 7. Now here's Shved. Shved gets a screen from Higgins. to Leonard. Fires for three. Hill pulls it in. Philadelphia shooting well. 50% from the floor. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
The Hawks having plenty of trouble defending against Hill.
He's got 10 points and 2 steals as well. He's had great awareness out there, exploiting those passing lanes and coming up with steals.
Well, it really does seem like he's been one step ahead of everybody else out there, anticipating plays so well.
Jarrett Jack is checked in for Atlanta. Shot's good.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Prince backing him down. They get it back. Garnett. Excellent D from Schroeder. And the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That's his first foul. Monte Ellis checked in for Atlanta. Now Jack. Pass to Green. Hayes with the screen for Green. It's Ellis on the wing. Here's Hayes. Here's Green. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. And the 76ers with some changes. Saul comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's George in for Tony Allen. The 76ers leading by 3. And here is Hill. Gasol with it. Now guarded by Hayes. The drive by Hill. Outside, George. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, they're in great position here, and it's thanks in large part to their three-point shooting.
You called that right. They are lighting it up from behind the arc this half.
This is to Ellis. The three. And it's sent back by George.
He just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Atlanta making a switch here. Cadier's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And here's George for 3. Gets it to go. And now it's a 9-point Philadelphia lead. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Jack, here we go. Teardrop shot, and he sinks the layup.
Guys, that time you went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Philadelphia leading by 7. Hill with it. Prince outside. It's George on the wing. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense. Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Here's Hill. Back to Garnett. Battery on him. KG, that's good. And the 76ers lead by 10.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And it's Hill with the jam.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
And Jack gets to Leonard. Now the pass to Ellis. Ellis left side. Hayes, pocket 6. Ellis goes in. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Garnett with a screen on Ellis. George double teamed. Prince. Back to George. Three-pointer. Chuck Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Prince outside. The dish to Garnett. Battier on him. Fader on the way. Here's Gasol. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 14. Jack for 3. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound. Prince has got 7 rebounds in the game. Hill gets a screen from Garnett. Doubled by Hayes. Outside, George. And that one is hammered home.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin. They need his points, and he's providing them.
Here's Leonard. From down in the low post, it goes.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Hill kicks to Prince. Pass to Garnett. Battier on him. Shot clock at 5. With the fadeaway. And off the glass. That one's good. And it's 13 points for Kevin Garnett.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converting.
Jack dishes to Ellis. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. And it's now 22 points for Monte Ellis. The drive by Hill. George against Ellis. Fades back. The shot by George, no good.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Outside Hill. Back to George. Takes a 3. Can't get it to go. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Leonard attacking and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Kawhi Leonard, he has 12 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
Well, anytime they've needed him, he's come through defensively. He's made a major impact on this game.
Leonard hits them both.
You know, even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line this time.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
Now here is Hill. Outside, George. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Prince backing him down. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and the basket by Hill.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Atlanta calls timeout. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Jack with it. He's picked up by Hill. Ellis goes in. Kicks it to Hayes. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. The layup missed. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Battier against Hill. Prince outside. 6 to shoot. And the 76ers get it done. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
Jack against Hill. And stolen by Prince. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak. What's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
We've got 1:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Battier's shot good.
Yeah, and he's a bomber, and that's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see. And, of course, has the green light to let it fly anytime he wants.
And you know what else I like about him, Steve? He'll do whatever it takes to help that team out. We've seen him take some absolutely gut-wrenching charges that a lot of other guys would simply avoid.
That free throw good for George. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Hayes. Zeller comes in for Shane Battier. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Alexei Shved in for Monte Ellis. Morris kicks to Shved. Off target from outside.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Philadelphia's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Unloads, but they recover it. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Well, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Pablo Prigioni, who's checked in for Paul George. Shved, the pass to Morris. He kicks it to Green. Feeds to Shved. Passes to Morris. Buries it from three-point range. So it's Philadelphia now. They led by as many as 18 points. Ledovic's shot is good.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve. They should. Let their team hear it. They were good.
So it's the 76ers winning this one.